what we're going to be touching on today is confidence, and I feel like there's a lot of ways we can kind of take this episode, so I'm going to start it off by saying, has everyone watched the Genius, Kanye's documentary?
Yeah, I've watched it.
What do you think about it so far?
He had delusional self-belief in himself way before Kanye West, and it's kind of inspirational because when I see him believe in himself, it's like, I should believe in myself.
Strong.
If you don't have confidence in yourself, no one's gonna have confidence in you.
Nah, do not allow anyone to put you in a box. You can be in multiple boxes if you want. You can be a producer, a rapper, a singer. You can be whatever you want. But the minute that you let someone define you as what you do, that's when you've lost. You get me? Don't allow anyone to do that.
Our only limits are the ones that we create in our mind.
Strong.
So if you tell yourself I can't, or if someone tells you you can't do something and you consciously and subconsciously believe that, then you're not going to be able to do it because that's what you think. It all goes down to your brain.
Welcome back to another episode of the Energizer Podcast, a podcast that leaves you charged up.
Fully.
I'm here with your two guests as usual, myself, Ty.
The main man, T.
Alright, and then we got the man himself,
Aaron, professionally known as Aaron David.
Strong.
I'm a personal development
Strong.
blogger, mentor,
Strong.
and drone operator.
And then what's next? Bro, you see with both yourself and Austin who came on, man, just reeling off what they do. I do this, that, the third, this, that, A, B, C.
Entrepreneurs.
Get me?
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
There's this girl called Bianca or something on Instagram. She says to practice your introduction, it should be like 15 seconds or less. So it should be your name, what you do, accolades / credentials, and boom. It's basically just an introduction to yourself. So when you walk in the room, people know exactly who you are, what you do, what you've done, and so on.
I need to work on that because sometimes I'll meet people and I'll be like, yo, my name's Tay, I've got a clothing brand and a podcast.
I'll just be like, I'm Ty?
Yeah. And that's just it. Do you get me?
Yeah,
so I need to work on that little intro.
Yeah, weird. Because like, even on
it makes you sound interesting as well.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know what I would say still. Like you said, I'll just do it on the spot. Like, yo, I'm Ty. Like, I'm just.
Do you know what happens as
creative,
well? Sometimes you'll forget what you do, you know?
Yeah.
Like, for example, when I first met Flomsy, he asked me, what do I do? I just said I blog. But in my head, I was thinking, I do something else. What do I do? Then when I got home, I was like, oh yeah, I fly drones.
And it sounds dumb, but it's actually a real thing.
It happens.
Yeah, now something you said though, you said it makes you seem interesting, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Another thing that you can do, I learned this, I think it might have been in the same book that we was talking about here, but is to always have like a distinctive item, whether that's like an earring or a distinctive hairstyle.
Something that makes you memorable.
Do you get something that makes you memorable? Do you get me? So then when you leave that conversation, it's like, oh yeah, remember the guy that had the waves or the guy.
That's in How to Win Friends and Influence People.
It might have been that book.
It's in that book, trust me.
It might have been that, but always have like
something that makes you memorable.
Yeah,
or you can just do something to make you memorable. Yeah. I remember this person because he brought this for me, so on and so on.
Yeah. So if they forget your name, they still know who you are.
Yeah, it's like you believe
in
something.
Impact.
That
strong. So what we're going to be touching on today is confidence, and I feel like there's a lot of ways we can kind of take this episode, so I'm going to start it off by saying, has everyone watched the Genius, Kanye's documentary?
Yeah, I've watched that. Part of it, not fully, but part of it.
3 episodes in still.
So what do you think about it so far?
Banging. I'll touch on my point after though, go on.
I like it still. The reason why I like it is because he had delusional self-belief in himself way before Kanye West, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's kind of inspirational because when I see him believe in himself, it's like, I should believe in myself.
Strong.
You know? Yeah.
What about you? What do you think of it?
I feel like it was very, I don't use the same word, but inspirational as well, just to kind of reaffirm to myself why I need to have an uncanny amount of self-belief and self-confidence. And it also made me realize that like, it's the people who you cast out as being weird or he's too cocky who end up being the most successful. So fuck it. It's really that real, isn't it?
No, I hear you still. I feel like the documentary just showed that he's a visionary. Do you get me? Taking it somewhere else, like for him to even think to document the process from way back then, before social media existed, before YouTube existed, you can see that he was ahead of his time.
He knew it was gonna happen.
He knew it was gonna happen. He had that unwaverable confidence in himself. Do you get me? So I feel like it was sick.
That's why I always like to say, like, I use this word like all the time, be delusional in your self-belief. Like I remember watching, there's a bit where he was talking about winning an Oscar, I think it was, and he was in the cab in the back seat or something like that. But if you go back to that time, if you were in that cab and he's talking about winning an Oscar, you'll be thinking like, what are you talking about? But when I googled and he actually done it, I was like, okay, cool. This is what we need to do. We need to believe in ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So I got a question. So do you feel like everybody should have Kanye confidence?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of
Why?
course. Do you wanna go or I go?
You can jump. I don't mind.
You go, bro.
Go on.
Because if you don't have confidence in yourself, no one's gonna have confidence in you. And what you think plays out in reality. So if you act as if you don't have confidence, if you don't have confidence, you're gonna act as if you don't have confidence, and people are gonna undermine the level that you're at, if that makes sense. When you have
My bad. Go on.
He crumbled because he was looking at his eyes.
What we was talking about earlier.
He crumbled. He was like, oh, you're looking at me. You're looking at me.
Hey, crazy.
That's too funny.
No, but
You crumbled. But it's what it is.
in general, I just believe everyone should have confidence in themselves, because when you have confidence in yourself, you can perform to a higher level. When you don't have confidence in yourself, you underperform all the time. You act you act like someone that doesn't have confidence and doesn't believe in themselves. Therefore, people are gonna, because they see that within you. I mean, because you act that way, they're gonna see that within you and treat you that way.
Strong. What do you think?
I feel like confidence is the foundation to most success. Like, confidence starts with self-esteem, self-belief. Do you get me? You need to have that self-esteem. As I said before, that show up for yourself. Like, be that guy that shows up for yourself.
Facts,
so even when you go through certain trials and tribulations, you can persist. Do you get me? So I call that Kanye confidence. You got confidence and you got Kanye confidence. That's what I'm aiming towards still.
Definitely. Even to add on to what your point was there, Taylor, I feel like me now, I have Kanye confidence and I don't care. Like, I swear down, I just don't care. And that's gonna bring me on to my next point. But before I even get onto that point, I feel like the reason why everyone should have Kanye confidence is because, like you said, if you don't believe in yourself, how can I expect anyone else to believe in me when I don't believe in me? But and people be like, yeah, I believe in myself, yeah, I'm confident, but do you really believe in yourself? Are you really confident? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, or is there like another voice in your head where you're like, oh, should I be doing this a bit? Like, oh, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, trying to give you that lack of mentality. So I feel like you need to just be fully commit. Like, I'm gonna be successful. I'm gonna achieve all of my goals that I've set for myself. I'm gonna do it. Do you know what I'm saying? There's no, I just have an unwavering amount of confidence in myself.
And do you know, some people mistake that for cockiness or arrogance. Do you get me? What do you feel like the difference between being cocky and being confident is?
Okay, cool. So I feel like there's three. I feel like there's being humble, being confident, and I feel like there's being cocky. So I will see like a spectrum. You got A, B, and C, 1, 2, 3. So humble. This is why, if you guys will notice that we stopped using the term humble now.
Man ain't humble.
We looked at the definition a couple of weeks back, and it said that the definition of the word humble is having low self-esteem or low self-belief in one's work and ability. Yeah, I don't have that. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't have a low self-esteem or low self-belief, but that doesn't make me cocky. Do you know what I'm trying to say? The middle ground, I feel like everyone should be in is confident, where you have high self-belief and high self-esteem in your own self and ability. And I feel like cockiness / arrogance is when you have a higher belief in yourself compared to what you actually can do or provide or your skill set.
That's an overestimate.
Do you know what I mean? Yourself. Yeah, an overestimate. That's what I think. So I feel like, don't be humble, don't be cocky, but be confident and have an unwavering amount of confidence. When you're in the middle ground, it's a sweet spot.
What about you? What do you feel like the difference is?
Being cocky is like, you think you are more than what you actually are, and that leads to ignorance, because then when you become ignorant, you think you know everything. You think, I don't need to learn anymore, I'm already good, I'm already the best person. Whereas when you're just in a confident area, you understand that you're not very low, you're not extremely high, you're just in this middle part, knowing that, okay, cool, I can go forward.
Strong.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mess with your progress.
Strong.
Whereas cockiness is going to mess with your progress.
Strong. What do you think?
I feel like you can always spot a confident versus cocky person.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Of course.
Even down to the way that a cocky person may speak compared to a confident person. I feel like a cocky person always overcompensates. They say too much. They say a lot. Do you get me? But a confident person, they don't need to say too much. They say what's needed, what's necessary, and they can sit back and then they can listen. They're confident in the fact that I've said my part. I don't need to overcompensate and say, yo, type, blah, 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 blah. I don't need to do all that type of thing. Do you get me? I know that, cool, I can say a few words, but my words hold weight type of thing. Do you get me? So that's how I feel like you can always spot. Go on.
You'll notice that cocky person talks about themselves a lot. It's always me, I done this, I done that. They said this about, like, everything about they say is about them.
Revolves around them.
When you're confident, you can just say one statement, what you just basically said. When you say one statement, you're cool with that, and that's it.
Strong.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So bringing it back to Kanye now, I got a few different points I want to run through that I've noticed he displayed within the documentary. Do you get me? And the first thing that I want to talk about is not allowing people to put you in a box. So I don't know if you guys watched the part where he started off as a producer, obviously, like he was producing beats, and he wanted to make that transition over into becoming a rapper. People weren't trying to take him in. Do you get me? But as we said already, he had the self belief to pursue that, and no matter what doubts or criticism that he faced from Jay-Z, like imagine getting criticism from Jay-Z, the biggest rapper, to say, listen, you're not really built for this rapping thing. Do you get me?
That'll mess you up.
That will mess you up.
Ruin your confidence.
That just shows how much confidence he has. But going back onto my original point, like, do not allow anyone to put you in a box. You can be in multiple boxes if you want. You can be a producer, a rapper, a singer. You can be whatever you want. But the minute that you let someone define you as what you do, that's when you've lost. You get me? Don't allow anyone to do that. So what do you guys think about that?
I definitely agree. I definitely agree, and I feel like everything you said there is facts. Like, I like to see myself as a chameleon. Do you know what I'm trying to say? If I want to tomorrow start trying to learn how to play guitar, I can do that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? If I want to start tomorrow being like, oh yeah, I'm going to be a YouTube blogger doing ASMR, I can do that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You're not going to condemn me to the 1-2 things that I do. Oh yeah, he's a podcast guy now. Oh yeah, he does webs. He's a web designer, so he does websites only. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't confine me into a box if I don't allow myself to be that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So never allow people to throw labels onto you and for you to now almost like decrease your self-belief because you've been condemned to those 2 things. You know what I'm trying to say? I can do whatever I want. Anything I put my mind to, I can do.
Exactly. I'm currently reading the book Think and Grow Rich, and I can't remember the quote word for word, but what the author basically makes it clear that our only limits are the ones that we create in our mind.
Strong.
So if you tell yourself I can't, or if someone tells you you can't do something and you consciously and subconsciously believe that, then you're not going to be able to do it because that's what you think. It all goes down to your brain. But
at the end of the day, no one can put their expectation of me on me. I'm me regardless. No one can tell me that I'm a podcaster, so I'm stuck in this lane. No way, are you crazy? No one can tell me I'm just a business owner. No way, I'm way more than that. Do you get me? You can't put your expectation on me. Like, it's never gonna work. I put my expectation on myself and I define myself. Do you get me? And that's something that I noticed inside the documentary. Like, Kanye, he wasn't having it. Like, he was in the what's it called, the Rock Nation studio or the Def Jam studio, I can't remember, but he was in there.
Vibes into the song.
He was vibes into his own tune. People aren't taking him in. The A&R woman was sitting there doing her work.
I remember that one still.
Yeah, he's there performing like he's on the stage, bro. Do you get me? And that's the confidence that you need within yourself. Do you get me? Like, these people aren't taking me in, but I guarantee you they're going to take me in. Do you get me?
Strong. Eventually, like, it's a thing where, like, let me not cut my wings to conform to what they believe. No, they're gonna almost like submit to me. They're gonna believe in my dream. Like, eventually, even if it's not today, tomorrow, a year, 2, 3 years. Eventually, they're gonna see my vision.
Do you know what it is? They're gonna see your vision through your persistence. Like, you may not even be the most talented artist for this example, but the fact that they see that you're not stopping, that's what's gonna bring them to will bring you to their attention, type of thing. Do you get me?
Another thing, I'm reading the book Think and Grow Rich, but the author also makes it clear that failure cannot handle persistence. So if you are persistent, there's no way for you to fail. People are gonna eventually gravitate and believe what you're trying to do and what you're saying. So that goes to your thing, what you were just saying, persistence.
Strong, 100%. And even on the back of that, let me ask you guys a question now, Do you ever believe that people can be envious of your confidence?
Yeah,
of course.
I think I said this in the Instagram live one time. The reason why they're so envious of someone that's confident is because they know that they can't buy it. You can't buy confidence. Do you get me? Whereas if you had a nice car, I can go out there and grind and get a better car than you can. But I can't go out there and buy your confidence. Do you get me? That's something that you need to work on internally. So 100%.
What do you think?
Definitely.
Yeah, the way I basically became confident, I pretended to be confident. I never used to be confident. I used to be a bit shaky. I wouldn't speak to people. I would find it hard to network. But eventually I started teaching myself, like, okay, cool, just pretend to be confident. And going through so many situations, awkward situations where you're shaking in your boots, but with time, eventually you just get it. Does that make sense?
100%.
At the end of the day, sorry to interrupt, bro. If someone's envious of your confidence, fuck what they think, bro. Like, do you get me? I'm never gonna be less confident because you don't feel comfortable. Do you get me? You need to step up to come on my. There's no way I'm ever coming down and pretending like I'm shy or pretending like I'm timid just to make you feel more comfortable. Do you get me? That's never gonna happen.
Strong. Do you feel like confidence can intimidate others?
Yeah, 100%.
Of course.
Why?
Because a lot of the time, other people want to be confident, but they find it hard because they can see you can do it. It's like it kind of pushes them away, if that kind of makes sense. That's what I think.
No, 100% agree. I feel like not even for me, but something I've realised as like I've stepped into So let's even double back. Yeah, the first thing I think about alongside this confidence topic, yeah, is that as I said, then you put it on your story, yeah. When I said confidence is a cape, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Confidence is a cape. You decide when you want to wear it. I was not always like confident enough to be on YouTube or to be do my own. Do you get it? Like just being real. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like I had to wake up one morning and be like, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm tired of being humble, as we said, and having low self-esteem and low self-belief in myself. I'm going into this bracket now. Confidence. You know what I mean? I am enough. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I am confident. I am strong, etc., etc. Affirming all these affirmations onto myself. So now, like no one can't really, no one can tell me nothing because I'm always open to learning and to changing and adapting and evolving. But when it comes to my confidence, you're never gonna dim my light. You're never gonna dim my shine because I'm confident. Whether that makes you a bit uncomfortable because I am confident, I will go towards rather than revert backwards. That's a you problem. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And you're not gonna put your limiting. I said this before. You're not gonna put your limiting beliefs onto me. So just because I'm a confident man and you maybe lack that confidence, I'm not going to now revert back to your state when I know that in order to get where I need to go, I need to be confident. Do you know what I mean?
I think to add to that, it's also important to be around confident people or try to be around confident people, because when you're around people that aren't confident, you kind of get comfortable in that area and think to yourself, okay, cool, it's fine, I don't need to be confident. But when you are around people that are confident, I believe naturally you will start to become confident because you become a product of your environment.
Strong. Let's take it somewhere else. What things do you think what tangible steps can people take in order to improve their confidence?
Put yourself in uncomfortable situations.
Strong.
Put yourself in situations that you weren't doing before.
Strong. Situations
that will force you to be confident. Like you have no other choice but to be confident. An example I would say is networking events. I feel like that's like a good playground for you to practice your confidence, because all you need to do is just go and speak to someone, to a random person. Just force yourself to do it. One thing that I used to do as well. I hear
that, bro. Sorry to interrupt you, though, yeah? But let's just go off the basis of someone doesn't have the confidence to even go to that networking event. I feel like the networking event step 2. What about step 1? Do you get what I mean? Because there's certain people out there that don't have the confidence to even step into the building to go up there and speak to anyone. Do you get me?
I feel like a good step 1 is to understand why you need to be confident. Like for example, if your goal is to be a businessman or a businesswoman, you will then understand that, okay, cool, in order for me to achieve this goal, I need to be a confident person. I feel like step 1 is just self-awareness, understanding that why I need to be confident on how am I going to do this. Do you know what I mean? Then step 2 is taking action. It could be networking events, speaking to random people, etc., etc.
I'm with you.
I think for me, and I'm kind of just talking, not even generically I'm speaking to everyone, but because I am one as well, I'm speaking to the man specifically. Yeah, I feel like just build up your appearance. That's something that has a direct direct effect, correlation on your confidence. You know what I'm trying to say? Like for example, if I know that I'm not well kept, if I know that I'm not really keeping myself well groomed or don't have good personal hygiene, of course I'm not going to be confident enough to go and talk to someone or approach a girl or build a new network, because internally I'm being humble. I have low self-esteem and low self-belief in myself. So little things. Keep your appearance good, you know what I'm trying to say? Get regular haircuts, you know what I mean? So you just feel good because you look good, you feel good, you do good, you know what I'm trying to say? And it's deeper. People be like, oh yeah, he's going to get trimmed. But nah, like I'm boosting my self-esteem when I do that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm helping, aiding my confidence by doing that. I would also say like improve your appearance on a deep one. So like the clothes that you wear, like go to the gym, that's gonna have direct correlations with your confidence. You know what I'm trying to say? You're gonna feel good.
I got a question for you guys though, yeah? Do you think money brings more confidence?
No.
I think it does.
It does. I feel like it does still.
Because think of it, let's just say you're an average guy, you're scared to approach women, but you're broke at this time. You might consciously understand that women are attracted to money. Maybe not all women, but I'm just generalizing right now. You can now go buy a nice car, nice clothes, you got a haircut, you feel good. Now, because of that money, you can now approach these women. Do you know what I'm saying?
But would you say that that's not real confidence then? Because it's based on the money.
It's based on materialistic things.
However, I feel like confidence.
But I feel like confidence is confidence though, but there's just different levels to the confidence.
I feel like money therefore does bring confidence. You get me?
I think it does.
Money's a vibration. Do you understand what I mean? Money's a vibration. When you're on that vibration of wealth, abundance, like you have money in abundance, now you see the world in abundance now as well. I can go and approach any girl that I want because I've got the bag over here, I can get the bag over there. You know what I mean? So I feel like it does help still.
I think naturally as well, like aside from women, let's say you're in a business meeting, but you know that you got the bag, you got money. You're gonna walk into that meeting with a sense of elegance to you. Whereas another person coming into the meeting with £100 in their account, they may feel a bit intimidated. But never mind that. This is just to say that I believe money can bring a bit of confidence, even if. But I believe it brings confidence, but not everlasting confidence. Because if you need money to be confident, take away the money, you're no longer confident.
Yeah,
Do you know
that's
what I'm saying? So I feel like you should learn to be confident without money, so that when money does come, you are confident.
My point was, does it boost your confidence though?
Yes, to answer your question, the short answer to your question is I do think it boosts your confidence. But my point when it comes to money coinciding with confidence is like, initially I disagreed with you guys' points, because I feel like you can have a lot of money in the bank here, you can be millionaire, billionaire, however, to have confidence, that's an internal trait. You can't buy that with money. Do you know what I mean? You can't buy self-belief. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And that's the foundation of confidence. So short answer, that's why I said no.
Yeah. And then, but I hear you though, but it's easy to say that. But when you're slapped with 10 mil, you're coming with a different energy now.
You're walking into the room.
You're walking into a room
like no one can chat to you.
You get what I mean? That's just how life goes, innit? That's just how life is. It sounds mad, but that's just how life is.
Yeah, true.
But bringing it, go on.
I got just one more point before we move on, and you're right, so you open my mindset, because like I ain't got 10 million in my bag right now, so I wouldn't know what that feels like. I'm just assuming, but on the other end, like this is why I said no again, is because like on the flip side, say if you had no money, completely broke, bone dry, your bank account in a minus, you understand? I feel like you can still be confident.
No, you can,
just what I'm saying, because like I've had times when, you know what I mean, it's a bit tight now, but I'm still walking like I'm the man. You know what I mean?
That's why your presence, your aura needs to be strong.
Yeah, man.
Like, I like to feel like when I walk into a room, my presence is felt just naturally. Do you get me? Without me doing too much.
Watching the video on that.
That's away from money or anything. Just me, my personality, and who I am.
Yeah.
Do you get me? But
strong.
Bringing it somewhere else, back to Kanye. Another thing that I noticed that Kanye does a lot, he turns negative situations into positive situations.
Strong.
And one point that like I saw that very clearly is when he went into the car crash. He got into a car crash, innit? Mashed up his whole jaw. His jaw got shattered into jaw got shattered into pieces. But hear this is how he flipped it now, So boom. Bearing in mind he fell asleep at the wheel. He was probably at the studio grinding, innit? So boom. Driving his car, crashed his car, shattered his jaw, went hospital. Obviously he's an artist now, he needs his jaw to rap and sing or whatever. He had to get his mouth wired shut. Do you get me? That's why he made the song Through the Wire, deeper. Like even in the song, you can hear that his mouth is slightly wired together.
Yeah,
you can hear
it.
And that's just how that's just a testament to show that he turned his negative situation into a positive. And that's why life is always about perspective. Because one person could have said, "All right, cool. I'm an artist. I got in a car crash. My jaw's shattered. I can't make music no more." He went to the studio and made probably one of his biggest songs from that car accident. Do you get me? And Kanye said a quote. He said, God saved my life from that car crash. That's mad to even think that. Like, God saved my life from that car crash. A lot of people would say God ruined my life from that car crash. You get me? He's saying that God saved my life, but can't even talk. God saved my life because after that car crash, now I was able to go out there and film music videos and albums and whatnot. You get me?
There's something there's something I've read in Thinking Very Rich as well. The author says that opportunity tends to disguise itself in temporary failure.
Yeah.
So in that situation,
say that again.
Opportunity tends to disguise itself as temporary failure. So you might fail at something or just have like a mad situation. And going back to what you said, perspective, you might look at this as I can't do anything anymore. Or you can look at the opportunity and think, okay, what can I do out of this? Luckily, in that situation, Kanye was able to think, okay, cool, what can I do out of this? And make Through the Wire. Do you know what I'm saying? But I feel like everyone should have this attitude in life. Whenever something bad happens, think, okay, cool, something out of my control has happened. Is there opportunity here? What can I learn from this? And if you keep doing that, you will keep going forward, because naturally you're always going to have problems. Life is full of chaos. So if every chaotic situation you can learn and build from it, how can you fail? You can't, because you're naturally going up.
You can't lose. That's what I'm saying. Lose. Like I don't lose. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's a confident thing for me to say, but it's true. I never lose. Like literally, you win or you learn. As you all know, I'm pretty sure I said that in
the first episode.
So I'm saying I said like 1,000 times because it's really that real. Do you know what I mean? And that's something that kind of boosts my confidence because I just don't lose. Do you know what I mean? Whatever adversity comes my way, it's not a loss because I'm learning or I win. Do you know what I'm saying? And being all the way real, I've become so accustomed to learning that I'm a bit more comfortable with learning than I am with winning, because with winning it limits your capacity to grow. With learning, now the growth's endless.
Strong.
There's what was I gonna say? You only become a failure once you've accepted that as a reality. So once you've accepted that as a reality, you begin to carry yourself as a failure. Whenever something bad happens, oh, it's fine, I'm a failure anyway. I knew I was gonna fail, but that's like the worst thing you can do. When you don't accept failure as a reality, you have people like Ty. You continuously grow. You just don't fail. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel down after adversity.
100%.
Do you know what I'm saying?
100%. And again, like this is what Austin said last episode, yeah, and it's so real, because this is how I feel as well, yeah. Like my mind's become so accustomed to seeing the positive always. So it's like, even if there was an adversity as we've had right now today, yeah, we've been hit with an adversity, a challenge, but I'm thinking straight away, what's the solution?
Exactly.
Hence why you're here right now. It's really that. Do you know what I'm saying? It's really that real. Go on.
In this book as well, the secrets of the millionaire mind.
I've been telling the people about the book, bro. I've been telling them.
It says that rich people are solution orientated, oriented. I can't even say the word.
You're right.
But poor people are problem based. So like poor people, they focus on the problem. Whenever something happens, oh, it's a problem. But rich people, as soon as something bad happens, okay, cool. What's the solution? That's how they become rich.
That's why it's good to be solution oriented, man.
It's better as well, because
you said, I can sit here and cry over spilt milk, or I can go make a next drink. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's really that real. Like, I can sit here and be like, oh my days, like I said last episode about things that's not in my control, the weather, other things, the way you guys are moving with me, for example, that's outside of my control. But what's in my control is what I'm gonna build on. That's the solution.
You gotta turn them lemons into lemonade, man.
100%, man.
Me?
Let me take it somewhere else now, yeah. So back onto Kanye West, because I feel like even his name is a bit controversial, because as soon as I say Kanye West, there's a certain thing that might come up into your mind, or perspective of him based off of like the way we interact with him on social media, from what we see. Is it this now, because Kanye has unwavering amount of confidence in himself, is it that Kanye West is sane in a world full of normal people, or is Kanye West the only normal person in a world full of sane people? And what I mean by that, just to double back and give a bit more, you know what I'm saying? Context,
say it one more time.
Is Kanye insane in a world full of sane and normal people? So he's the only one crazy one, everyone else is normal, or is he normal? And then everyone else is crazy. And what I mean by that is, like, look at his confidence. People be like, oh yeah, he's weird. Why is he so confident? My question is, should everyone not have Kanye confidence?
Cool.
Let's go there.
I know the answer that you're trying to get to.
Yeah.
But he's insane.
You think?
He's insane, but it's a good thing. Like, everyone should aim to be that level of insane. You can have that level of insanity.
But what's insane?
Do you get me? It's not normal to have that level of confidence, bro. It's not normal to conduct yourself. It's not normal to do the things that he's achieved. It's not a normal trait to have. You have to have some level of insanity in your mind. You touched on when he was in the cab. He's saying he's going to win a Grammy. He's in the back of a cab. There's no way for him to win a Grammy in the back of the cab. Position there. Do you get me?
I disagree still.
You disagree?
I don't really
I feel like you have to have that insanity within you to get to where you want to go.
Nah, that I agree with.
I agree.
But what I disagree with, because
let's have a debate now.
Let's have a debate. Because what you said a couple episodes ago, you said that babies are born confident, and then by the word of that program, and they become unconfident. So how do you know that Kanye just wasn't just a baby who was never conformed into world in the sense where people didn't force him to conform into being less confident? And you said again, that he's insane. It's not normal for him to have that level of confidence. What is normal?
What do you mean?
What is normal? What's the definition of normal?
Everyone has their own level of confidence, innit? Everyone has their own level. But I'm saying that the way that he conducted himself, the visions that he had, no, not the visions that he had, the work ethic that he had, the confidence that he had within himself is not normal. It's not normal, because on your day-to-day, do you know why I say it's not normal? You answer this question. When you go out on your day-to-day life, do you see people that display that level of confidence? No. So then it's not normal. But then no matter what you say,
but then
it's
again,
not normal.
Answer my question, and you want this to you as well, What is normal? What is it?
Everyone has their own normal.
What's your normal?
But what's this?
Because the reason why I asked that.
For what? No, because I'm going to answer your question. For what? Normal for what?
Normal in terms of what we're talking about now. So Kanye displaying uncanny amounts of confidence. You said it's not normal for the average person to do that. But then what is the average then? How much confidence should someone have? Should they be humble then?
No,
because Kanye is very confident.
No, but hear what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You can never put a normal level of confidence onto all the people in the world. That's not possible. You can't do that. Everyone displays their own level of confidence. Kanye's height of confidence isn't normal because you don't see that on a day-to-day. Do you get me? That's like me saying, all right, cool, boom. This is just an example. First thing that came to my mind now. I've got a mad afro, a crazy afro. You see me walking down the road. Is that normal? No. Because you don't see that on your day-to-day life. Do you get me? You don't see Kanye's confidence in your day-to-day life, so it's not normal. But I feel like everyone needs to get to that level.
But I feel like normal is subjective because in his household that might be normal.
Fact, exactly.
You know
Everyone could. His mum and dad could have that level of confidence.
Exactly.
That's normal. To him.
They probably did.
Yeah.
They probably did, and that's why he is who he is. But that household isn't a normal household. That's what I'm saying.
I disagree.
It's not. It's not a normal house.
Yeah, but then let me ask you this.
Out of 10 households, how many households display that confidence?
Yeah, but I don't know. I can't say.
I'm
Yeah,
just
you
giving
know
just
it is.
just
You
just
have
an
to get the
example.
proper definition of what normal actually is.
Let's
Because I think what you're doing is mistaking normal for.
I hear the angle that you're coming at.
Yeah.
I hear the angle you're coming at as a thing where it's Kanye's level of confidence, not the normal
Yeah.
confidence you're meant to have in general.
Yeah, cool. I got the
Go on, what's
definition.
that?
Normal definition is conforming to a standard, usual, typical, or expected. But then the way.
So then is that not what society's like?
Yeah, but then this is my point. Like the whole term normal, I just feel like it's a term used by society for everyone to conform into the box of society.
But that's what people do though.
Yeah, but
that's what you need to understand.
I hear that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but then in my perspective, from my own back, yeah, there's no normal because like normal is. What we're doing right now is not normal. The average 20-year-old doing this, hopping on a YouTube to do this is not normal. Or you starting a clothing brand at 16, 17 is not normal. You having a personal growth page is not normal. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So what is normal then? That's my point.
Not what we're doing. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah,
not what we're doing.
Hear it? What do you think?
Go on.
I'm trying to bridge what both of you guys are saying. That's what I'm trying
Put
to
it like
do.
this,
peacemaker.
I hear exactly what you guys are saying.
Yeah.
Is Kanye insane in the same world, or is he sane in an insane
I
world?
think he's sane.
He's not sane.
Do you know what it is?
'Cause it's not sane to be like that.
I think he just does what people think, but people just don't have the confidence to actually come
Thank
out and
you.
do
So
it.
then he's insane then.
Nah.
So then he's insane because people don't display that level of confidence.
Yeah.
But you're meant to have that level of insanity. Maybe it's meant to be a natural. This is what I'd say, yeah. When you're first born, you have that level of insanity within you. But the world around you
Conforms you.
and dilutes that. Do you get me? He just weren't diluted. So the nigga's still insane. Do you get me? That's just the way that I see it. Like he's still insane. And that's not a negative thing. That's a good thing about it.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
I personally believe that. Let's not even look at the mental health aspect of Kanye, yeah, that whole
We'll touch on
controversy,
that.
yeah. We could touch on that, yeah. For right now, in terms of the confidence aspect of Kanye, I personally believe that no, he isn't normal because normal doesn't exist. Normal is just a societal level or term that people use to just be
Group
the same
everyone
Joe
together,
blogs, wake up, pay bills and dead. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That's normal. That's what is normal for everyone to do. So I personally believe that words like normal even exist, and I honestly believe that he is sane. It's just that because he's the real authentic person, like you said, everyone might have in their head they want to be Kanye, but they don't have the balls for every reason. So he is actually the normal, and everyone else is not normal because they've allowed themselves to be conformed.
So that's what I'm
Do you know
saying.
I mean?
So what is that? What is it within him that gives him the balls to be this confident?
I don't know.
It could be anything. It
I
could be his
don't know.
upbringing. It could be his confidence. It could be his self-belief. It could be.
So then he's different compared to other people. Is that what we're saying?
Of course he's different.
Yeah, he's unique. Yeah,
But
So
using the words sane and insane can be extremely subjective.
Of course. I'm just using the words that was brought to the table.
Okay, cool.
Do you get me? Those are the words that was brought to the table. But I feel like,
I just say it's uncommon the way he is,
yeah.
but it benefits him.
yeah. I agree. It is uncommon, but I wouldn't use the word uncommon. I'd say unique. I just say he's
that's a
the
better
real
word.
authentic. Like, he should be like the pillar for everyone should aspire to be like. In my opinion.
100%.
Because he has burning, like we saw in the documentary, episode 1. Dukey's like mid-20s. He moved from Chicago to like New York. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he took that big leap because he's got such a high amount of burning desire of confidence for him to succeed. So no Jay-Z, no whoever, however, whatever is gonna delay that or downplay or dilute that, as you said.
Don't you feel like you need to have a certain level of insanity to get to where you want to get in life? Though?
Yeah, of course.
Because I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with my success.
That's the thing.
I'm
though.
obsessed with my future.
You need
I'm
to
insane.
be obsessed because I was
So then,
either.
alright, cool. Sorry, bro. Sorry, quickly. Sorry. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
You done me.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
Go.
Because we can't move on from this conversation. You just said that you're insane.
Yeah.
You are insane, yeah, because you're obsessed.
Yeah.
So how is Kanye not insane then? Because you said he's not insane. You contradicted yourself there, bro.
He got you.
Like how
You got yourself.
you
You
said
got
that you
yourself.
are.
You
You said
got
you
I'm
said
here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
It's a debate. Let's
It's a
call it. It's
debate.
not a podcast. It's a debate show. Yeah, cool. You just said that Kanye West is not insane. He's sane. But you just said that you're insane because you're obsessed.
But
So then
Kanye is obsessed as well.
he's even more obsessed than you. So how is he sane and you how are you insane?
The reason why I would say that is because based off what we're talking about and you guys' definition of everyone being normal, just back to the word normal, clearly I am insane because I'm not what fits this normal box. Because of how obsessed I am. The average Joe Blogs is not as obsessed as me. So maybe even if it's not something I believe in, to the normal people, I might be insane. That's why I said what I said.
Yeah, so
that's why I say it's subjective. Because people's opinions might be, someone's opinion of insane might be completely different to someone else's definition of insane. But
yeah, you got me
I
there.
feel like
1-0.
I feel like what we're doing right now is getting the words obsessed and insane and putting them together. Because being obsessed doesn't necessarily mean you're insane. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
Being obsessed just means like I'm tunnel vision on this thing. All I do is think about this thing. Insane, I don't actually have the definition of insane, but insane just might be you're crazy.
But then again, I feel like you have to be insane to be that obsessed.
No,
like Kobe Bryant, like he's in the gym at dumb hours in the morning, like when he was alive, rest his soul, like he was insane. Do you get what I mean? To a certain degree.
The insane definition means when you're in a state of mind which prevents normal perception, behavior, or social interaction. And then it has like a colon, semicolon, it says seriously mentally ill.
What do people call Kanye? They say that he's mentally ill.
Yeah, he's insane.
He's insane. Do you get what I mean?
But that's from their perspective.
That's from their perspective.
And again, look at the definition. In a state of mind which prevents normal, it says, in a state of mind which prevents normal perception. What is normal perception?
All right, cool.
I'd say the common perception.
There
that's
you go.
The
common perception. The day-to-day Joe Blogs, like you said.
But then again, like, what's the day-to-day Joe Blogs who, again, wakes up to pay bills and dead and also allows his mind to be programmed by the content he's consuming on a daily basis. That's what's normal. When you really break down,
it's mad, but that's what society is. It's normal. That's what's normal. Do you get me?
I don't want to be normal.
We are normal, bro. We're not normal. We're not normal. Do you feel like you'll be able to handle that amount of pressure as Kanye does?
Yeah.
Like,
because
when I say that, like you've got the whole world basically telling you that you're crazy, you're mad, you got mental illnesses. I'm sure he's been sectioned enough times. Would you be able to handle that pressure?
I feel like I could still, because naturally, when you're on your own journey, it's like I'd expect my own self to only understand this. I'm the only person that really understands what I'm doing. But it also goes down to what I was saying before, like self-belief. If you don't have crazy self-belief in a situation like that, you're gonna be swayed. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
I feel like, I don't know, I'd have to be in a position to really give a true answer, but my opinion from where I'm at right now is yes and no. And the reason why I say yes and no is I feel like, yes, I could handle that, because if I was in Kanye's shoes or had Kanye's upbringing, etc., and I thought exactly the way he did, he's used to people counting him out. He's used to people seeing him as a black sheep. So this isn't really nothing new. However, the reason why I say no is because for me as an individual, like, it's one thing when people don't believe in your dream, your vision. That's cool. Count me out, see me as a black sheep. I don't mind that, because you will see when the work is really happening. But the physical manifestations of that, I don't think I could deal with, aka being sectioned when I'm just someone who thinks different to the social norm now. Like, now I'm having actual physical, physical obstacles and physical punishments put in place because I don't conform to what society thinks is normal. I don't think I could deal with that. Because that's like me having a really mad idea. Like, say the example I gave about being obsessed. Because you're so obsessed with your clothing brand, people think it's not healthy, then you got sectioned, and now you're practically in like a jail because you have an uncanny belief in your brand.
I probably wouldn't be able to deal with
that. So I'm saying I would not go.
But you know what it is, you see, when it comes to like success, like a lot of people want other people's success. Like a lot of people, I'm sure, in the world would want Kanye's success,
but don't want what comes with it.
Life is polarity. The success comes with pain, with pressure. Do you get me? So unless you can handle that pressure, you can't handle his success. Do you understand what I mean? That's the reason why I said that.
I think that's what also kind of creates the success. Because if you were just born into success, you won't realize that you're successful. But when you have these bad times and then you experience the good times, it helps you acknowledge, okay, cool, I am successful. Do you know what I mean?
Don't ask for a fire if you're cold if you can't put it out. And what I mean by that is, like, just because you may want someone's pinnacle, your success, that's the fire. You want that high life, that success, the riches. But if you can't deal with the challenges, the problems, you can't put it out now you're fucked. You know what I'm trying to say? That's how I feel still.
No, Jim.
Deeper one. But yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoyed that debate. I can't lie, we need to do more of these episodes still.
Do you know what we need to do?
Right now it's 1-0 to Dukes, but I'm coming back for the whitewash.
Do you know what we need to do, We need to, like, maybe the comments can help us with this as well. Give us some topics that me and Ty can debate on. I'll sit on this side, Ty can sit on that side, and we can have a proper debate.
Do
you get me? Because as much as me and Ty are bros, like, this is my brother. Do you get me?
Honey.
We're not always gonna align with what we think.
same
You understand what I'm saying? And that's a
It's
good
gonna
thing.
differ naturally.
Naturally, do you get me?
And
So
also
go
that'll
on.
make good content for you guys. But if you want to see more, the first thing you got to do, I'm serious now. We're going hard now. You see me? Good, like 22, 23 episodes in now. So
We've been going hard.
we've been going hard. Like up the thing, subscribe to the thing, share the thing, send it to a friend. Yeah, man. And then
Steady.
before we even go out, one gem. This is a
gem.
good episode still. You go first one, bro.
Read.
Strong.
Read.
Say it one more time.
Read.
That book specifically.
This book specifically. Quickly, the reason why I say to read
I need to get that book, bro.
is because you can save yourself so much time. You could read one book and that can save you 5 years of your life. And people, we like to believe that our problems are unique to us. Like, we are the only ones that's experienced the problems that we're currently facing, but no, that's not the case. Someone in the world has experienced your problem, or even 10, 100 times worse, written a book about it, how they've gotten out of the situation, and put it in a book, and you don't read it? That doesn't make sense. To me, personally, it doesn't make sense.
Them books should be worth way more than
That's what I'm saying. Think of it. This book was like
£7.
No, this book was like £4. And for the information that's in this book, it's gonna make me
Priceless.
way more than £4. Do you know what I'm saying? Books is
What do
amazing.
you reckon the main thing that you learned from that book is? Because I read that book as well. What do you reckon the main takeaway from that is?
It's all about the mind. Like, the way before you start thinking of making money, this is the problem that people make. As soon as they want to make money, they think, okay, cool, I need to start a business. I need to go and sell this, provide this service. No, before all of that, it starts in your brain. You need to fix the way you think about money, your money habits, the way you were raised with money. Everything about money starts in here.
You're talking to me right now, bro. I'll be so real. I'll be honest, you're talking to me right now, man. But carry on, bro.
Even in, I think the first chapter in this book, it talks about financial blueprints. That's basically what you were subconsciously brainwashed with, like, in terms of what you were told. Like, money doesn't grow on trees. Let's just use that example. If you carry that throughout your whole life in the back of your subconscious mind, it's going to be extremely hard for you to make money. And that's the case for a lot of people. They were subconsciously programmed with bad money information, so they carry that throughout their whole lives, which makes it almost impossible for them to make money.
For example,
we're not coming out. We said we're gonna drop gems. We got a couple more to give in.
For example, though, like something that you'll hear growing up is like rich people are evil.
Exactly.
Like, that's something that I probably heard growing up. Do you get me? And if I really believe that, I'm never gonna make money because I don't want to be an evil person. Do you understand what I mean? So those are the small things that you need to tweak and change in your mind. And it's a thing where it's subconscious. So you're not even aware that you have these beliefs in your mind.
Unless you address it.
But when you read that book, you're like, wow, I did think that. Do you get me? You need to change that ASAP. Another thing that I learned from that book as well is that you don't need to wait until you have a lot of money to manage your money. You can manage your money now from the amount of money that you're making. You could be making £300 a month. Learn how to divide that money up properly. Do you get me?
Making more money doesn't make you more effective with money. If you have a low amount of money and you can manage it correctly, that gives you space to manage more money. But if you're on a low amount of money and you can't handle that, there's no way that you can handle more money. One example from this book here, let's say for example there's a bottle. Let me use that bottle. Cool.
Take it, dog. Take it.
This bottle is you. The water is the money. Cool. What happens if you pour way more water into this bottle?
It's gonna overflow.
Exactly. And that's basically a depiction of your money habits. Because you haven't grown as a person and the things that's in your brain, even if you get more money and you're not managing, it's just going to overflow. So what you need to do is manage your money, become a bigger and better person physically and mentally in order for you to manage money. So if I was to get a bucket now, the bucket representing you, and pour more money into it, it's not going to overflow, you know what I'm saying? So you just need to get bigger and better as a person.
No, that's
in
strong.
terms of finances.
Like I said, you're talking to me, bro, because there's a lot of gems I learned just from that skit you said there, bro. It's really that real, man. But yeah, man.
I was gonna say something, but I'm gonna say it till after, innit? I'm gonna say it after, because I don't want to ruin my podcast.
Alright, but now for real, on the way out, very strong episode. Tap in with the comments, man. Like, I know I keep saying share, subscribe, and all that, but for real, like, this is a community, man. For real, this actually a community. Like, don't just think you're coming here to watch a couple black guys on a pod and we're gonna go back by your day. Like, nah, like, leave a comment, tap in with us, message us. You got our profiles there coming up. Do you know what I mean? Like, we do want to engage and interact with the community. But yeah, one gem I would say on the way out is have an unwavering amount of self-belief / confidence in yourself. Like, not everyone's gonna understand your dream, that's fine, but doesn't mean to say that just because they don't understand your shine, it has to dim your light, or you should feel less about yourself. So just be confident and give no fucks, really, truly. That's it.
Facts.
But you, man.
Facts.
Let me think of it, bro. You go first.
My last gem that I would say don't listen to people. Listen to yourself. Only you know what you want and what is good for you. Because if you start listening to people, you're gonna start living your life the way other people want you to live your life. Sure. And you only have one life, so you might as well reach your highest potential and do what exactly it is that you want to do. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's me.
Something I would say is just take risks. Don't only take risks, take calculated risks. You get me? Weigh up the downsides. Yeah, exactly that. And something that me and you do sometimes as well, like when we've got a big decision to make, write your pros and cons.
I do that as well.
I do that a lot, and it just makes things a lot clearer. Like whenever you've got a big decision in your life, write down the pros of this decision, the cons of this decision, and then you can clearly see what option to go for. Do you get me? So I reckon just do that. A practical step that you guys can do still.
And most importantly, just to add to that, make decisions quickly. Don't take 10 years to make a decision.
Bro,
think of something, make a decision, go for it.
That's why I rate you as well. Yeah, I know we're meant to go out. But obviously, like you went through a situation with your blog where you had to change your name and you were stressing. Like I know if someone came to me and said I had to change the name of the podcast or the name of my clothing,
it's a big decision.
It's a big decision. You get me? Because you already built it up.
That's what I'm saying. You've done graphic. You've done everything.
Yeah, but I rate you because you just made a decision. Boom.
I've done it same day.
That's just what it is.
Same day.
You get me? So yeah, man, I rate you, man. Therefore, do that.